Namaste, I'm Julie. Welcome to my channel. I'm a certified menopause yoga teacher and I'm going to be telling you why menopause yoga is fast becoming the go-to for women in perimenopause, menopause or even post-menopause, and why it actually trumps regular yoga. So if you're a yoga beginner, make sure you download my free guide for practicing menopause yoga at home. Let's dive in. So the best place to start is by explaining what is menopause yoga. The clue lies in the name, right? There's lots of different styles of yoga, Bikram, power yoga, Ashtanga yoga. So it's a style or genre of yoga and it is becoming increasingly popular. Why? Because of its power in alleviating menopause symptoms. So what makes menopause yoga different to regular yoga? So most yoga styles are one style, right? Encompasses just one style. Menopause yoga, on the other hand, encompasses different styles within it, and it's not just purely physical. It also includes meditation, it includes breathwork and other teachings. So it's this mix of styles that make it really, really suitable for menopause symptoms. I'll explain why. So what styles of yoga does menopause yoga actually encompass? Well, it actually is quite broad. It includes several styles, one of which is vinyasa yoga. And vinyasa yoga is like a flow yoga. And in menopause yoga, this is really, really powerful for a lot of symptoms, including hot flushes, brain fog, digestive issues with lots of twists, and also releasing tension from stress and overwhelm, preparing the body for sleeping better, and also letting go of frustrations, anger, irritability. And we carry all of this in the body. So we can have slow flow and we can have flows that are a little bit more strenuous. But then we also have restorative yoga, which we use in menopause yoga for calming the nervous system. So when we are suffering with anxiety, overwhelm, fatigue, restorative yoga is especially beneficial. Also for sleep problems too, because you're bringing down the nervous system. But we also have yin yoga, and yin yoga, a style of yoga in its own right, we use as part of menopause yoga to help those joints, right? We know that we lose estrogen, we know that the joints and the tissues dry out, and yin yoga has a way of stretching those connective tissues to make us feel less achy and a little bit more flexible. In my menopause teaching, I also include Yoga Nidra, and Yoga Nidra is a sleep-based meditation which really helps for getting to sleep and getting back to sleep if you wake up in the middle of the night. So it's this amazing mix of styles that make it suitable for menopause. Menopause yoga is not a one-trick pony. It includes these different styles so it can help all these different symptoms. And let's not forget that menopause yoga also includes lots of breath work and meditations to also target different symptoms. So does menopause yoga actually trump traditional yoga? Yes, yes, yes. At this stage of life, it is more beneficial. If you think about it, if you only ever practice one style of yoga, you're only ever going to get one set of results. Whereas practicing menopause yoga, you are absorbing these different styles and their benefits which help your symptoms. When a woman enters perimenopause, there's this cascade of hormonal changes that run rampant throughout the body, and it affects every part of the body, from underneath the fingernails to our hair. Everything is affected in perimenopause. So therefore, you need a tool bag that's full of lots of different tools to help those symptoms. It makes sense, right? The other beauty of menopause yoga over traditional or regular yoga is that it gives a woman the space and the ability almost to come to terms with the changes that's going on both mentally, physically, emotionally, and to really slow down so we can process these changes and really take our time. It really does take a toll, and menopause yoga with its unique range of styles is so beneficial. So does menopause yoga actually replace, if you like, or top up declining hormones? The answer is no. Only like HRT, hormonal replacement therapy, would be able to do that. But there's lots of research to show that it can alleviate menopause symptoms, right? Even banish some of them. And I know from my own online menopause yoga membership that my ladies, when they follow a guided plan, within 3 weeks of practicing just 3 times a week for 15 minutes each time, that they reported, 95% of them reported a significant reduction in their symptoms. And that's really important, I believe, in my membership, is that we monitor our symptoms as we go along, so you can actually see that menopause yoga is working in targeting symptoms and alleviating the distress and the discomfort. A question often asked is, does menopause yoga also benefit you post-menopause? I'm post-menopause, and absolutely yes. Because it helps offset the issues that a postmenopausal woman faces, such as cardiovascular disease, because the sheer movement around the mat, you're raising the heart rate, and also offsets osteoporosis because you're building bone density in a lot of the poses that we practice. It also helps eliminate joint pain as our joints stiffer as we age, and even in post-menopause that can continue. And like yin yoga, for example, really helps to target the joints. And also yoga just generally helps improve balance, which deteriorates with age. And it also, if you're fairly active on the mat and you practice regularly, you're offsetting that loss of muscle mass which occurs with old age and kind of starts from menopause onwards. So yes, the sooner you start practicing, the better, because what you do now impacts on your later years. I always say it's never too late to start, but start as soon as you can, because you will reap more benefits as you progress with age. So where do you find menopause yoga classes, right? This is a common question. Traditional yoga classes are in every town, and menopause yoga is actually more difficult to find. That's the drawback. There are only 700 menopause accredited yoga teachers worldwide. I'm lucky to be one of them, which means it's harder to track down a specialist class. So, but do check in your locality, because you might be lucky. And even if it means traveling to another town for a menopause workshop, it's well worth doing. Always make sure that when you find a menopause yoga class, that it is taught by an accredited teacher. Just because a teacher has gone through menopause herself doesn't mean that she's qualified to relate to everyone else's problem. And that's where the specialist teaching comes in. If you want to practice menopause yoga at home, which a lot of ladies do at this stage of life because it saves off time, energy, and just the sheer hassle of getting to class and so on, I run an online menopause yoga membership, and check out the link in the description. Over 400 plus menopause yoga classes you can choose from, and you can enjoy a 7-day free trial. So how do you start practicing? Look for a class, check out my online membership, and check out the next video coming up. Why not? Give it a whirl. And don't forget, download my free guide if you're a beginner. The link is in the description. Let me know how you found this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will happily answer them, and I will see you again soon. Namaste.